Hello friends, hello enemies, hello 40k theorists, welcome back to the channel. We're taking a look at the Reaper's Wager today. This is a little bit weird, at least from what I've initially read. I haven't gotten all the way down the page. We're going to go over it together. This is the new detachment for the Dark Eldar, so the Drukhari, because they changed the name of them. But yeah, the Drukhari, this is their new detachment, so we're going to take a look at it. If you guys like these videos, hammer the like and subscribe button, hit Nurgle's bell, check out our other videos, leave a comment, check out the other channel, and let's just get into it. So, we have, as our detachment rule, Callous Competition. At the start of the battle, Drukhari units from your army are winning the wager. Each time a Drukhari unit from your army destroys an enemy unit, Drukhari units from your army are winning the wager. Each time a Harlequins unit from your army destroys an enemy unit, Harlequin units from your army are winning the wager. Are you confused yet? While Drukhari units from your army are winning the wager, Harlequin units from your army are losing the wager, and vice versa. Each time a Drukhari or Harlequin's model from your army makes an attack, if the model's unit is losing the wager, reroll a hit roll of 1 and reroll a wound roll of 1. Okay. Then we have Harlequins here. You can include Harlequin units in your army, see Index Eldari. The combined points cost of such units depends on the battle size. So for us, it's going to be 1,000 points. So half of our army can be Harlequin units here. Alright, so let's go over the enhancements, because this is weird. Arc Raider, 15 points, Harlequin or Drukhari model only. In the declare battle formation step, if the bearer starts the battle embarked within a transport, well, dedicated transport specifically, that transport gains the Scout 9 inches ability. That's pretty cool. It's just for one unit. I would imagine this would also give it, so it gives it to the transport, so I would imagine that the unit inside would also be able to scout. I'm pretty sure that's how the scouting works. It, like, gives it to the transport if all the guys inside have it. Right? Yeah, so you get Scout 9 inches on that. Webway Walker, 15 points, or maybe you just put this on a solitaire. I'll have to double check. Webway Walker is the next one. This is also going to be 15 points. Harlequin or Drukhari model only. Models in the bearer's unit have Deep Strike. Okay. Each time the bearer's unit is set up on the battlefield using the Deep Strike ability, if that unit is currently losing the wager until the end of the turn, you can reroll charge rolls made for that unit. Okay, cool. So you reroll hits and wounds of 1, and you reroll charges. We have Reaper's Cowl, 25 points. Harlequin model only. Models in the bearer's unit have Stealth and Infiltrators ability. Okay. Getting Infiltrators is pretty cool, although so I guess like a Harlequin troop, this would be pretty good on. It's only on Harlequin, so you can't put this on any Dark Eldar stuff, Drukhari stuff. I'm going to say Dark Eldar by accident. Yeah, so I'm imagining, you know, a squad of troops, 4-up invuln, probably with the Yvrain. Yeah, probably with Yvrain attached. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Having Infiltrators, get up on in there real quick, slice people up, have a pretty hard to kill unit. I like it. 25 points, so just about where it should be. It might even be a little undercosted to be able to give that unit Infiltrators and Stealth, because Stealth is -1 to hit against shooting attacks. Stealth is one of those abilities that is underrated, I think. And then our last one here is the Conductor of Torment for 20 points. Drukhari model only, had a feeling. In your command phase, you can do one of the following. If your Drukhari units are currently losing the wager, you gain 1 pain token. Okay, if you do, Drukhari units from your army are now winning the wager. If your Drukhari units are currently winning the wager, you can discard 1 pain token. If you do, Harlequin units from your army are now winning the wager. Okay, I actually like this a lot, because it allows you to manipulate the detachment rule. So if one unit or the other is winning or losing the wager, and you want to flip which one is which, you can do that. And this happens in your command phase, so you have a lot of agency over what is winning or losing the wager in that case, so what part of your army has reroll hits and wounds of 1. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's what we got for our enhancements. Nothing too crazy. I really do like this one, the Reaper's Cowl, where you have Stealth and Infiltrators. I like that one a lot. And I like having Scout 9 inches on my transport. So, what do we got for our stratagems here? First one is Malicious Frenzy. I almost said Miraculous. Malicious Frenzy, 1 CP. It's in your shooting or fight phase. You target a Drukhari or Harlequin's unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot or fight. Select lethal or sustained hits 1 until the end of the phase. Weapons equipped by models in your unit have the selected ability. Okay. I like that. I think lethal hits is probably going to be what you're going to go for most often because, well, it depends what characters you have attached and what unit you're actually using this on. A lot of Drakari stuff doesn't have a super high strength, and if we're talking combat. You can get full rerolls to wound if you take an Archon. Remember that this is a different detachment, so you're not going to be getting, you know, +1 to wound when you charge out of transports and stuff. That's only for the Skyborn Raiders detachment. I think that's what that's called. So yeah, getting lethal hits on certain units, that goes a long way. And depending on what you have, you know, sustained hits 1 can also be pretty interesting as well. Fateful Roll is going to be the next one for 1 CP. This is it's in the fight phase just after an enemy unit selects its targets. You target a Drakari or Harlequin's unit from your army that was the selected target for those attacks. Till the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit is destroyed, if it has not fought on a roll d6, adding 1 to the result, if that unit is losing the wager. So you want your units to be losing the wager, which is just weird to me. But you add 1 to the result on a 4+ or a 3+ if you're adding 1. It gets to fight on death, basically. It's a fights on death strat, adding 1. Alright, so pretty common stuff that we see. Murderous Circus is the next one, 1 CP. Fight phase just after an enemy unit has selected its targets. You target a Drakari or Harlequin's unit from your army that was selected as the target of the attacks. Until the end of the phase, each time an attack targets your unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. It's pretty good. It's going to be good on things like witches that have a 4-up invuln in combat. It's going to be good on Harlequin troops, which also have a 4-up invuln just all the time. But then, you know, making them -1 to hit. If you have Vrains with them, she can return guys to the unit. So, yeah, I like that. It's average, but I feel like it's actually pretty good on the units that you have in your army. So, Shorten the Odds is our next one for 1 CP. Looks like they're all 1 CP except for the last one. Shorten the Odds is 1 CP. It's in your movement phase just after a Drakari or Harlequin's unit from your army is advanced. You target that unit until the end of the turn. It's eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced. It's kind of what I expected when I read in the movement phase. But yeah, it's an advance and charge and shoot strat. So that's pretty good. This makes some of your units just outrageously fast, especially your Harlequin troops. They have like fusion guns and stuff, so they run up in there and they move like, I don't know, 11, 12 inches on average, shoot you with some pistols that are like Melta pistols, and then they charge you. So that's pretty crazy. Well, it's not crazy, but it's good. And then we have, okay, well, what does this say? I don't know. Scintillating Tempo. 1 CP, it's in your movement phase or your charge phase. Just after a Drakari or Harlequin's unit from your army is selected to make a normal advance or fallback move, or set up on the battlefield or declares a charge, you target that unit. Until the end of the turn, enemy units cannot use the Fire Overwatch stratagem to shoot at your unit. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah. I like this, because the bane of their existence is going to be flamers, and now you just can't overwatch them at all. So, and it's a strat, it's not an enhancement, so yeah, you can be using this on different units throughout the game. And that could be pretty good a lot of the time, especially if you're caught out in a position where you didn't necessarily want to be, and you're kind of just in the open when you're doing your charge as opposed to doing it from behind a wall. You can get overwatched in that case, and now you can't. Then we have Dance Macabre. 2 CP. It's in your opponent's movement phase just after an enemy unit ends a normal advance or fallback move. It's going to be a reactive move. 1 Drakari infantry or Harlequin's infantry unit within 9 inches of the enemy unit. Your unit can make a normal move up to d6 inches. If your unit is currently losing the wager, it can make a normal move of up to 6 instead. Okay, yeah, so it's a reactive move. D6 or 6, just depending on who's winning or losing this wager that they're having. So this is kind of funny. It's fun and it's kind of interesting. You have like, the idea here is that you have 1,000 points of Drakari, you have 1,000 points of Harlequins. They're like in this competition to figure out who's better at killing stuff. And so whichever one's losing, they become like empowered, like, oh, I gotta win. So they get reroll hits and wounds of 1. It's just kind of, it's kind of interesting. So my initial reaction here is that it's not as good as the Skyborn Raiders detachment. I think that really just works very well with the Drakari. The original detachment actually isn't that bad either, but I do like the Skyborn one more. But yeah, this has some interesting stuff. Being able to infiltrate a unit of Harlequin troops, that seems really good to me. That's this one here, the Reaper's Cowl. Reaper's Cowl. Yeah, this is just interesting to me. Rerolling your charge rolls out of Deep Strike, gaining Deep Strike. What is this good on? I guess this is also good on Harlequin troops, right? Yeah. So having Scout 9 inches on your transport, that's pretty good. Yeah. I guess this just works, like, all the time. Scout 9 inches, because you just give it to the transport. Yeah, I think that works, like, regardless of who's inside. Because as long as the transport has the ability, I'm pretty sure that you just can scout. So, I'm not really sure if this is great. It seems cool, but I'm not sure how good it is. My initial reaction is that it's really cool, but it's not as good as the Skyborn Raiders one. Like, none of these strats seem super duper strong. Like, cool, I can get lethal or sustained hits. That's nice, but it's not amazing. A Fights on Death strat, it's fine. Subtracting 1 from the hit roll in combat is pretty good, but it's not amazing. Being -1 to wound would have probably been more impactful. Reactive moves are always good, though, so this is a pretty good one, but it is 2 CP for some reason. So, that's what we got. That's what we have for our Reaper wager. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure to thunderhammer that like and subscribe button, hit Nurgle's bell, check out our other videos, check out our other channel, and that's gonna do it. So, theory hard, my friends, and I'll catch you guys back at the lab.